Hello everybody and welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing another pattern test video. Today we're going to be comparing the Blackcloud number 4, number 2, and BB shot, my Franchi Affinity Elite. I have the shot cam camera on here as well. We're just coming up on teal season, about a half a month away right now. So let's go ahead, load this shell in, and see how this gun patterns. First up we have the number 4 shot. Now let's go take a look and see how this pattern is looking on here. I'm back here at about 30 yards where the tripod is. And we got the target way up here. So again, this was the number 4 shot. So far it's looking pretty good to me. So we can see the bulk of it is up here above the target. It's exactly where I want it to be. I did shim this gun up a little bit higher. It's a little bit higher than I'd like right now, but we'll take a look at the number 2 shot and BB and see how those are going to look. Alright, next up we have the number 2 shot. This is from Blackcloud again, and these are 3.5 inch shells. Let's go ahead, see how this one's going to pattern. Let's go take a look at this pattern. I don't have my microphone actually on this camera today, so sorry if the audio is not the greatest. This was the number 2 3.5 inch Blackcloud shell. And this looks 50-50. Really, the pellets are right in the center of mass here. And I'll analyze these all after I'm done with these pattern shots. We'll lay these all out on the ground and see how they look all next to one another. Alright, now we're going to load in the 3.5 inch Blackcloud BB shot. Take a look at how this one patterns. I've been zooming in all these shots so you can get a little bit closer look right when they hit the target. Where I've been aiming on these is just right here, right beneath the center of mass. I am shooting at a little bit of a downward angle, so maybe that's why this is a little bit low. But the number 4 shot was actually high, so it actually isn't looking too bad. It looks like I pulled a little bit to the right, maybe. Now let's go ahead, look at the last round that I have to test. Alright, the last shell I'm going to pattern test is this Winchester Super X. This is number 2 shot and 3-inch, and this is pretty much all that I used last year. This year I'm going to switch over to a couple of the 3.5 inch Blackcloud shells. So let's see how this number 2 does from Winchester. Those Winchester number 2s are some of the cheapest shells out there, and they work really good. You can see this pattern might be a little bit high, but this kind of looks right where I like it. I mean, this looks like kind of the center of mass right here. If you imagine the body of the duck, the head would be kind of right in that area. This will be very interesting to overlay my shot cam footage on top of this video and see if that center where I had the crosshair, the reticle, is exactly where I shot here. I'm also going to be going and doing a little bit of target practice right after this, so maybe I'll include a few of those shots at the end of this video and kind of compare those and see why I missed and why I hit some of the targets. So here's my Franchi Affinity Elite. We got the shot cam up here, and I'm using the long range choke. You can see right here, this is just the stock long range choke on this gun. Alright, I've went ahead and I've laid all these patterns out on the ground. So hopefully you can go ahead and see these pretty good. I'll also take photos and put them in here at the end so that you can see these in a little bit closer detail. But first off, we'll start with the 3.5 inch number 4. This pattern looks really good. I even like where it is in orientation to my point of aim here. Again, like I said, this will be interesting to see on the shot cam. Really, I'm just looking at the pattern though coming out of this shells with this Franchi Affinity. Pattern looks really good. There's no spots in there that have any holes in them or missing. So this was the 3.5 inch number 2 shot. Again, really good pattern. Most of the pellets hit center of mass. There's no big areas that are missing any pellets at all. Then we went over to the 3.5 inch BB shot, and I left this here because you can actually see the technology that they have in this wad here, and that goes right in that shell. And even the BB shot, again, really nice pattern, no holes in this whatsoever. And my last shot was the 3 inch number 2. This was the only Winchester shell that I shot. A little high and to the left. Again, the pattern's not too bad, but you can still see there is a couple holes in this area. So I'm definitely liking the Blackcloud shells. And just for the heck of it, I did go ahead and I shot a lead shot shell. This is a Winchester 7.5 shot. I just wanted to kind of compare how much closer pattern and tighter pattern that a lead shell has. And you can see, look at how tight this is here. Of course, don't ever use lead when you're out waterfowl hunting. Up here we have another wad sitting up here on the pile of wood. But yeah, I'm really happy with these 3.5 inch Blackcloud shells. So what I'm going to be using this year, I'd also like to do some comparisons of shooting these shells into either ballistic gel or foam books to see how far down they penetrate. Of course, the number 4 is not going to penetrate as much as the BB, but I am very interested in doing that. So if you want to see that video, let me know down in the comments down below, and I'll make sure that I film that. Of course, we're coming up on season really soon here, so I don't know how much time I'm going to have. So of course, this is just on paper. This doesn't tell you very much about how your gun's going to perform in real life and where your point of aim is in relation to a moving target. So now I'm going to go ahead, set up the skeet thrower, and see how I'm shooting with the shot cam, and go through and analyze a few of my shots, where I've missed and where I've hit. I'm going to let these shots play through now and kind of do some voiceover saying why I missed these shots. So you can see right here, and I put it up in the top corner, that I was low and in front of the shot. That's the reason I missed, and you'll see a recurring theme here. So this shot again, I was in front of. Not too low, but possibly a little bit low. And on the second follow-up shot, I was able to pick it up. Again on this shot, I was low and in front. And on the second follow-up shot, I was a little far in front again. This one again, I was low and in front. So after this, I actually went back, reviewed the shot cam footage, and then I knew to make the adjustment to actually be on. So these next few shots, I was able to pick it up. But if you were out in the marsh and you didn't have a shot cam, you could be shooting all day and missing these targets, and you would never know. Dusted that one. So I then moved to a different position. You can tell now the clay is actually a lot closer to me. I didn't realize this at first though, so I was actually still shooting in front of the clay. When I went back and reviewed the footage, I saw that I was actually too far ahead, and I should have been pretty much putting the dot just in front of that clay. Again, low and in front. You can really see a recurring theme here that I am shooting low and in front, so I'm thinking that I'm probably going to shim this gun so that the point of aim is a little bit higher. I'd rather be shooting high on a bird than low. Again, I'm definitely always shooting too far in front. This one, of course, was behind because this was the second follow-up shot. And then I adjusted, started hitting more clays now. There's just a couple more shots left, but if you like seeing this type of footage, like seeing where I missed and then me slowing down the shot cam footage, going back analyzing why I missed in those certain spots, especially during season, let me know down in the comments down below and I'll definitely be sure to include these going forward. Thanks for watching, and make sure you hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Also make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next videos I will be posting, and leave your questions, comments, and suggestions below.